Good morning. Hey, Instagram. Hey, Facebook. I don't know. I was in the mood for a little impromptu live situation, a little your thoughts action. So I've been slacking on my pimping. Yo, yo. Oh, this tea is good. Hold on. Instagram is being silly per usual. Let's see if it reconnects. Yes, we're reconnected. Okay. So, yes, good morning. So, I have been posting some things on my feed, both on Facebook and on Instagram, called Your Thoughts. And I put up a picture and a little topic and a little caption, and I ask for your thoughts on various topics as it relates to body image in celebration of the second annual Love Your Body Style Challenge, which registration just opened the other day. The challenge officially starts on July 9th, but I'm accepting registrations now. We're partying inside of the private group. We're getting freaking pumped because on July 9th, it is on like Donkey Kong. We are going to love our bodies, improve our style. It's freaking magical. So in preparation, I'm getting your thoughts on all sorts of different topics related to self-acceptance, body positivity, just to I don't know, see what's up. Man, it's fun. So what I posted the other day was a photo. It's actually from the show The Bold Type. I love that show. I did a full binge just for style inspiration's sake. And I was like, dude, the style's dope. And I just freaking love this show. It's on Hulu. I think it's the network's Freeform or something, but whatever. I watched it on Hulu. Anywho, they did a photo shoot for the magazine. The show's premise is like these girls work for a magazine that's kind of like Cosmo. It's definitely worth watching it. I hadn't heard of it either. It was just something that came up recommended on Hulu, and I was like, this will be good background noise while I work. And I got sucked in. But you can still multitask because it's like for teenagers. It's not that deep. But they work at this magazine that's kind of like Cosmos. There's fashion shoots. There's like journalism. Very good, very good. They do a shoot where they're keeping it real. And they do a shoot where they're showing blemishes, cellulite, wrinkles, all that stuff. So I put a photo in my feed of one of the pictures from that imaginary shoot on the TV show. And it's showing acne and like these beautiful earrings. So it got me to thinking, yes, it's scripted. It's a scripted show. It got me thinking about retouching and just how cray-cray we have gotten with the perfectionism in the photos. And I'm not even going to lie to you. It's very tempting and it gets pretty addicting because it's like this idea of perfection. It screws us up, but then it also becomes the norm. So I posed the question, what are your thoughts on professional retouching? What are your thoughts on personal retouching? Because that wasn't ever a thing. Remember when we had cameras that those little throwaway cameras, you took the picture and you just found out what you got when you took it to get developed? There wasn't this digital photos. And then even when we did have iPhones and digital cameras, we didn't have the opportunity to alter our look. So there's apps like Facetune, and there's all sorts of Photoshop apps, and there's filters on Instagram, and there's special lighting, and there's just so many things that we can do as normal people to alter our appearance, which makes us no better or no different than the fashion industry that we've all been like, oh, this unrealistic standard of beauty. What is this? This is ridiculous. Now we can do it too, and we do it. And I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I'm just curious, what are your thoughts? And honestly, trying to formulate my thoughts on what I think of it. So it's that invisible line that we cross between making something just a little bit better because we have the technology behind it, and maybe it improves our self-esteem a little bit. I know that in the past, when I've had professional photos taken, there's certain times where I maybe don't feel that great about myself. Years ago, I had really bad adult acne, like really not that long ago. There was a time where I would shoot videos for YouTube and my skin would look so bad, I would not publish the video. And I would be crying, during the shoot and being like, there's just no fucking way that I can put this up. I just don't feel good about myself, and feeling so self-conscious in the moment of shooting to being like, if I put my hair like this, will it cover the gigantic pimple that I have? If you hold the light like this, will I look a little better? And when you don't feel good about yourself, your performance is very different. So I remember just not being on point during those videos, watching them back and being like, you know what, just screw it. I'm not putting it up. I'll shoot when I'm having a better skin week. And there's been times where I've had photo shoots where my skin was bad or I was bloated or whatever. And having that option of asking my photographer, like, could you just smooth this a little bit? Or the way I was standing makes it look like I have a huge roll and I don't have a huge roll. So can you just kind of bump that in? So I would do that. And I don't know, in my opinion, it was fine because it made me feel better about myself. But then there's people in the comments that will be like, oh my gosh, you're so perfect. Look at your skin, look at your hair. I wish my waist was like that. And you know that it's not really like that. So it's just kind of strange. Someone's commenting on Instagram, my teeth were severely crooked. I got braces at 25. I was self-conscious. Now my teeth are straight. I don't take many pictures. See myself as a girl with crooked teeth. That's funny because, if you've been following me, you know that I just finished having braces. And that was a huge thing for me too. I would take photos where my teeth were crooked and it would look like I had, the way that my teeth were, when I smiled, there was space in between. So it looked like I was missing a tooth. So it was nice if it could be smoothed or rearranged. I had Invisalign, I had braces, the whole thing. So now I look at old pictures and I was like, dang, I don't want to see that anymore. It's just weird. But there's little things that we can do to ourselves in photos that make us feel better. And I've been on many a fashion shoot as a stylist and can see the difference of what a little retouching can do, or a little color correction. It really makes a normal photo turn into a piece of art. So there is that fine line. But then I see people on Instagram who are influencers who heavily Facetune themselves, heavily use filters in photos, and are passing it off as real life. And it's so fucking extreme that a normal person, I can look at it and be like, girlfriend's skin does not look like that. It's obviously a filter, or it's obviously she used Facetune until her fingers were numb. But it's the younger people or the people that are not exposed to that piece of the industry that beat themselves up. I think about young girls in high school, even people in college who are starving themselves, who are spending money on skincare things, who are thinking about plastic surgery at such a young age because no one told them, girlfriend's nose doesn't look like that. Not only is it contoured into oblivion, she also used Facetune and a reshaping tool, and that's why she looks like that. See her in real life and it's not the same. Even right now, someone commented like, oh my gosh, your skin looks so good. If I could turn this around, I have a ring light. It's a light that you can purchase on Amazon, and I'm sitting in a dark room and there's no light. So I put on the ring light and it creates like a halo effect on my face. See how I have, looks like I'm all highlighted up. I'm gonna have a little highlighter on, but it's that damn ring light. So begging me for my skincare routine, which I do have a great one and it has helped because trust me, I did have shitty skin, But a lot of this is enhanced, but I feel better about myself so I can perform better, because if I didn't have the ring light on, I would look worse than I actually do in real life. There would be like shadows. I would look 100. So it's really that fine line. So, you know, I don't have an answer for it except to be really mindful. So anytime I have a photographer take photos of me now, I do not use retouching. I do not use retouching. I don't use Facetune. The most I will use is like adjusting the photo on Instagram to like change the brightness, you know, things like that help. But I don't do that anymore because I know the influence that I have. It might not be on 1 million people. I don't have 1 million followers, but I know that I have people that look up to me. Someone messaged me the other day and said that I was such a good role model. And like, legit, I mean, I feel weird like talking about myself right now, but I wanted to cry because there was a time where nobody would ever consider me a role model. I was a terrible, terrible train wreck. You would not want to take advice from me. You would not want to follow my life's path. So I love that there are people that are inspired by me and look up to me. And if I'm going to promote self-love, personal style that's truly personal and not a copy of somebody that you saw on the internet, I don't want you to botch yourself using an app that costs $2.99 in an app store, and I'm not going to do that either. So sometimes I gain weight and I don't look as snatched in a photo, and that's just going to have to be okay because that's reality. You know, sometimes my skin might look weird or whatever. That's just going to have to be reality. And I can do the things on the inside for myself to make myself feel and look more beautiful on the outside. Ooh, look, just signed up for the challenge earlier this morning. Can't wait to start. The challenge is so good. It's so good. And I can say that and I don't care because there was some divine force that helped me create this challenge. I don't know what it was. I remember being on a plane last year, because the challenge we had the first year last year, and I was on the plane and I had the idea and I just sat there and wrote out this challenge, and it was just like, oh my God, what is this? This is amazing. And it was so good last year. The challenge was so good last year. So many tears, a lot for me, so many breakthroughs, and I just had to bring it back for the second year in a row, and it's going to be even better this year. And obviously, I always say this whenever I teach a class or I work with a client, I'm like, whatever the following year, it's always better than the first because I've learned more, I've changed as a person, and we're going to have even more women inside supporting each other. So it's just going to be like really, really, really good. I wanted to read just a couple of your thoughts because there were some good comments and things on this whole retouching stuff. Let me make some adjustments here with the camera. Charlotte says, a little is fine, but humans take all things to extreme. Do they ever? I think app filters on phones are very comical. Everyone ends up looking alike. We have cameras that can take pixel perfect photos so we can hide the trueness with the other apps. Facts, Charlotte. Facts. Facts. Dude, sometimes those cameras be too good. They be too good. That front-facing camera, though, that shit is jacked. And I will admit, I definitely use sometimes the filter that has the fake eyelashes because I don't know how to put fake eyelashes on, and I think it's kind of fun. But then when people comment, like, oh my God, your lashes are popping, I always reply back, those are not my eyelashes. That's the Kylie Jenner app lashes or filter lashes because it's early and I don't know how to put on lashes. Erica says, I don't mind seeing a little touch up, but not the pin tee of totally different individual. I've seen photos that are falsely advertised and give consumer misunderstanding and the misconception of beauty. Keeping it real is always a winner. We are all perfectly imperfect. Beautifully said, Erica. I think about those mascara commercials and I'm like, use that mascara on fake eyelashes. Come on. But I didn't know that. Like growing up, I didn't know that. I'm just like, why isn't it working? It's made up. Andrea says, I don't see, or Andrea, I don't know what, whatever. It's Andrea or Andrea. I'm going to call you Andrea. It feels like that's what your name is. I don't see any harm in a little touch up, but to do the extreme where its obvious features have been altered to the point of being unreal, it's not cool and it's lying to yourself and others. I wonder how many women say, I want the world to see me and accept me for who I am, yet alter themselves to the extreme for the camera. Facts, facts, facts. Daniela says it negatively affects our perception of ourselves if we see others and ourselves looking artificially changed beyond what makeup and taking care of your skin and body could do. Ooh, mic drop with Daniela. Dude, all right, let's hop on over to... Okay, Kia posted a photo of herself in the comments and she said, cleaning up blemishes is one thing, but someone did this to a photo of me and I was hella insulted. So she put this heavily retouched photo. And I remember I had a very similar experience. I did a photo shoot with a photographer years ago. This was like, I wasn't even a stylist yet. It was just my like fashion blogger days. And I was retouched to oblivion. Like, I don't know if he did it or his retoucher or whatever, but I was made to look so skinny. It looked like I was gonna break in half. And it was insulting to me because I was like, damn, like, how big am I? Or do you think I am? I should be this small to be accepted. It was a lot to take in. Okay, and then let's see just a couple of the comments on the Instagram post. Here's a comment right now on the live. I have to constantly remind my daughters that the pictures on IG are not real. She's 20 and wants a nose job. I tell her it's fake as hell. See, that just like breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. That's what I'm talking about. We have to, you know, obviously personal responsibility, like do you stay in your lane, but you have to understand that the influence that you have on other people, even if you're just, you know, a girl with 100 followers or the person that shows up to work and you're wearing a waist trainer and 5 pairs of Spanx and like you're doing all of this highly unnatural shit, finding the balance between doing something that makes you feel good and something that other people are saying, I really want that, how'd you do it? And you're not telling them. Like, I would rather tell people this is bullshit. Someone was like, oh my God, Lauren, your hair grows so long. So jealous. This shit is sewn to my head. I can't go from super short to like 22 inches of hair. Actually, I think this is 20. In a week. It's not real. It makes me feel good and confident, but people need to know, like, this did not grow out of my head. I purchased this hair and I like it. Okay, here's a comment that was on Instagram by Chelsea Greyson. She's a friend of mine. Both have their place and are okay. We never retouched when I was the CEO at American Apparel because that was our company philosophy. Other companies I've run wanted to create a more aspirational vibe, so we retouched. It was still authentic to the company culture. Same exact comparison for everyday photos. Some are meant to show reality and some are meant to inspire. Hashtag no judgments. So a lot of people resonated with her comments. And, you know, that's true. I will have highly stylized photos with a professional photographer for a, you know, campaign shoot or for my website photos. I'm still not retouching. I don't do retouching, but the lighting will be on point. You know, it's an expensive shoot. It's going to look different. It's more aspirational. But if I'm taking a selfie, come on. I don't need to Facetune my face. It's just, no, you know, doesn't need to happen. The Cooper 28 says stick with natural look. It's beautiful to be authentic. Hair Paintress says, I think if it makes you feel confident enough to post with mild retouching, it's okay. However, I think using retouching on children is just not acceptable. No child should think they need to be retouched. Real talk, real talk. So that's another thing too. You know, there's people who have a voice. There's just so many opinions with this. It's hard to like, you know, That's why I like this, Your Thoughts. Everyone has a chance to speak, and you get to hear different perspectives that might change your point of view. There are some people who are so afraid to post on social media or have their voice be heard, and they actually have something really great to say. You know, a lot of the clients that I work with are terrified. I have a 7-day selfie challenge if you work with me in any shape or form, and they're terrified to post a selfie because they feel so self-conscious. And they're women who maybe want to start a business or, you know, want to have a social media following or something. They have a voice and they're too afraid. So yeah, if you need to Facetune out the giant pimple that makes you camera shy, then yes, do it. But that crazy stuff, and especially as you mentioned with children, geez Louise, we could not be like snatching waists on a child's photo. It's crazy. It's crazy. Someone said, you're beautiful with short hair also. I know, aren't I? Does that sound really obnoxious? No, but you know, there's all, you know, and we'll get more into this, especially when you join the challenge. There's, when it comes to style and just with your journey as a person, you know, you are in different periods and you need different levels of confidence for different areas, and you grow and evolve. When I cut my hair super short, that was a very important moment in my life as in terms of self-acceptance, not being a slave to my hair and the hair salon. I'd always had this huge battle with my hair. So when I cut it off, I felt very free. But also in my latest style transformation, I noticed that the short hair, I gravitate often towards a kind of a tomboy style, but I had let go of my feminine side, especially running a business. I run 2 businesses. I was so into the masculine that it was disrupting an area of my life that I was really trying to focus on building. Love and connection was one of my main drivers this year when I did Tony Robbins in December. We're going a little off of retouching, but whatever. Love and connection was my main focus. And once I did the internal work that I teach all of my clients, all of my styling philosophies, it's style from the inside out. We work on the inside. We work on the self-acceptance. We work on digging deeper into our personal development and then using style to visually show that transformation that we're making inside. So when I was like, you know, if love and connection is my thing, I really have to not hide from my feminine, and I really have to lean into it and figure out what happened to me, what story was I telling myself that made me really go to the extreme to get away from that. And once I did that work, it just felt natural for me to want to have longer hair and to want to wear more feminine styles, but still combined with that true like tomboy root of me. So it becomes very natural in the transformation. So I can rock either style with confidence depending on where I am in that moment. So, you know, it all comes back to confidence. Someone said, what happened to your braces? I got them off. The teeth are straight now. I had Invisalign and the Invisalign was taking too long. So I decided to wear braces. I had gold braces. I wore them for like a year, maybe a year, 8 months, 9 months. No, I think a year. And I rocked the hell out of those braces and then they're off. She said, she's like, you can wear them a little bit longer if you want your teeth like perfect. I was like, you know what? 98% perfect is good enough for me. Get these things off. But it was a fun experience for sure. Yay. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. You're definitely coming to Ghana and you can educate the girls in schools. Ooh, that would be fun. Yes. Willing to travel to share the message. Absolutely. All right, cool. Well, that was fun. I'm still going to go live tomorrow afternoon for Tea Time with Lauren. Look, I'm drinking tea right now. Tea Time with Lauren. I don't know if it'll be themed. I have some just other things to share. You'll see. We'll have a good time. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Toodaloo. Have a good day. Bye.